What's going on, beer lovers? Welcome to another episode. Today we are doing something a little different. No, we are not reviewing beer, we're actually reviewing tea. However, there's hops in it. If you're interested to see what we're about to try, stay tuned. Welcome back to another episode, beer lovers. My name's Jeff.
And I'm Jacob.
And yes, unfortunately, we are not reviewing beer. However, Hopleaf Tea is a brand that's been all over the interwebs recently. A lot of my fellow beer friends out there have been trying this. They've been saying good things. And although maybe I'm not like your resident tea guru, this guy is. So I figured it'd be great if I could test out this product with somebody that knows what they're doing. So Jacob's here to help me out. So Jacob, you want to talk a little bit about this first tea we're going to try?
Yeah, so this one is called their Azaka Black. It's made of some Azaka Black tea, some Ceylon, Keelam, which I haven't had, and then Azaka hops. So I am a big fan of black tea, just got into some green tea. I think I mentioned that on an episode prior. So this sounds right up my alley. Yeah.
So I do like Azaka hops,
Right.
but what the hell are those other terms? Because I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, so Assam is just a region in India, and then Ceylon, back in colonial times when white people called things, that is actually modern-day Sri Lanka.
Gotcha.
Which, India adjacent.
So the names have to do with where those tea leaves originated from.
Yes, and so
Gotcha.
India, Southeast Asia, those are really big tea growing regions. So they're just combining different black teas from that area. Fun fact, things that are not purely based on like whole tea leaves are kind of known as tisanes. So I think technically this, especially some of the other ones we have, are known as tisanes.
Tisanes.
Yes. And that's like everything that isn't just a standard tea.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I definitely saw like black tea leaves in what I was packing.
Yes.
So, and I'm guessing that's where the Azaka Black comes from. So I love the idea of Azaka hops and black tea. That sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, I think this is probably, if we enjoy these flavors, this would probably be a really good mix of flavors to do in an actual beer, like your homebrew if you want to do it in the future. So this seems like a really cool, fun way to like test what flavors go together, is go based off the tea.
Yeah. So I gotta say, this is actually a really nice color. I don't know if you guys can see that in the shot.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
There's no head. This is not carbonated. It is also not cold.
You're so out of your element.
I know. Guys, this is weird for me. I feel like so out of it. But
same thing.
I'm super down. I love hops. That's why we're making this episode, because I know some of you guys love hops as much as I do, and I want to try hops and everything. So yeah, let's go in for the aroma.
This is so weird. I can smell like the bitter black tea, but then I smell like the hops. I'm not used to smelling those so together.
It smells great though. Yeah,
it does. Smell fun.
Neither one overpowers the other either. It's kind of like a nice mellow blend. I'm excited to give it a shot. Here we go.
Oh, hops. Weird.
Yeah, wow, that's interesting. Oh, I'm definitely getting like the black tea vibes out of there.
Yeah.
It's still predominantly, I would say, black tea flavor, but you're getting like that dry aged hop kind of vibe out of the actual body.
Okay. I definitely can tell that there are hops in this tea. Like, as someone who, at least once the temperature hits below 80, I drink tea pretty regularly. Like, that's my wake up, I have tea. This is definitely not normal tea, I can tell you. Yeah. So, yeah, hops are present. You can definitely taste that. It's fun. I like it. It's definitely a novelty tea. That's...
I mean, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, for me, just don't know enough about tea. I feel like a total freaking noob right now drinking this. I mean, it tastes good. It's really good black tea. The hop flavor, I'm not getting as much. I'm just getting a lot of, tea-ish notes. And I think that comes down to the fact that I'm not used to tasting tea. So that that flavor is so different to me than hops are. I know hops better than I know tea.
Yeah, so the weirdness of the tea is coming out to you more. Mm-hmm. Okay, versus I am more familiar with tea, so the weirdness of the hops in tea, that's what I'm pulling out of. Because of that, I would say if you're really loving black teas, I don't know if this is what's gonna get you to love hops, right? I don't think that's it. I think this is tea for hop lovers. This is not a hop tea for tea lovers, if that makes more sense. This is purely meant for someone who already likes hops, who already drinks beer. This is a tea to kind of like, sometimes they drink tea. They might enjoy this more than just like a normal black tea. Someone who's used to drinking just a normal black tea, I don't know if they would immediately stock this as like their normal go-to. But I can see someone going, I do like beers, I like IPAs. That sounds like a fun thing to try. And it is a fun thing to try. I don't think it's going to win over tea lovers, is my critique of this.
So, with that being said, I enjoyed it. I drank that quite fast, but also this is a very small glass to drink out of for someone like myself who inhales everything that's in liquid form. What I will say is if that one didn't blow your mind, we got some really interesting flavors coming up.
Yeah, this was easily our basic black tea and hops. From here, it gets more interesting. So, yeah, let's get into those.
On to the next.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, so we have another tea up for you. This one's a little bit more adventurous. This is called Chocolate Habanero. You want to go over the ingredients while I pour?
Yeah. This is definitely what I was talking about at Tisane. It has organic honeybush, it's a flour, organic chicory root roasted granules, which is like a sweetener, non-sugar sweetener, cinnamon, it's got Brazilian mate, which I like, Azaka hops, some licorice root, cacao nibs, dark chocolate, and honey vanilla flavor. There's a lot going on in this.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
I like the sounds of like chocolate and vanilla and honey. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. What chicory?
It's a sweetener. It's like a root, natural root that's just sweet. That isn't.
Oh yeah, man. I
not sugarcane.
actually pick up a lot of the cinnamon on there.
Yeah. And then, oh man.
Cinnamon,
mate.
honey, chocolate. Oh. The Azaka hops, again, I'm not really picking it up a ton.
Not on the aroma, no. I'm getting all the other, like, sweet flavors. This smells
It smells amazing, though. I actually really like this aroma.
Like, come Christmas time, this is... I would pull this out as, like, a nice dessert tea that I want to share with my friends, just based off the aroma. We'll see how it tastes, but if it's anything close to the aroma, this is going to be just a tasty treat.
I am kind of curious. It is called chocolate habanero, but there's nothing really spicy in the ingredient list. So I don't know what they were going with for that. Hopefully we're not in for some crazy surprise, like our tongue catches on fire in a second or anything like that. But man,
it smells delightful.
Yeah, the aroma, guys. I mean, I wish I could describe it to you in perfect detail, but
some sort of like winter treat.
Yeah, winter. It's a sweeter winter though. Like it's almost like the incense that you normally burn during Christmas time, like the cinnamon and the nutmeg and that kind of stuff is mixed with like chocolate.
Yeah, like a candle, like a Christmas candle, winter candle.
It smells great.
A little bit of that going on.
All right. Yeah. Well, cheers. That was a good clink.
Whoa.
There is something in there. Oh my god, there is something in there. Oh god.
Oh, that is fun. I like this one.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow. Okay, well, there you go. There is habanero in there. They just figured they wouldn't put it because it already says it in the name.
Yeah, aroma is a little bit like smelling a candle, which, pros and cons of that. This is a fun one, though. Like, it's got that little bit of heat. Okay, I say a little bit. I like, spicy things. I like chilies.
I also really love spicy things.
This might be a bit too spicy for some people.
Not for me, though.
Okay, good.
You get a little tingle on your tongue. You definitely get a little heat as it's going onto your palate. And it definitely still lingers, but this isn't like my nose is going to be running in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it just make your tongue tingle, though. But there's that nice, like, chocolate, cinnamon, sweetness quality to it. I think they just put so many lovely flavors together, and they're all coming through. So we did 5-minute steeps. That's what I normally do on my own black tea that I make at home. Based off of this, I would recommend 5-minute steeps so far.
Yeah, this is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Flavor. God, man, that flavor.
It's ridiculous.
Every sip too. It's kind of like I still have the heat sitting on my tongue a little bit, not to where it really bothers me.
I think if you take too quick of a sip and like you don't leave it on your tongue and you just go straight back down.
No, it hits you a little harder.
Yeah, I kind of did that on that one.
If it wasn't so hot, guys, I swear I'd try to chug it and let you know. But what I like about it is as you go in for another sip, it's almost like that heat helps clean off the palate. And the second sip and the third sip and the fourth sip, like, I'm still getting the same amount of flavor out of it.
Yeah,
it doesn't mellow out on your palate.
So once again, these are ones where,
wow,
I think this is a little bit more for if you love flavored teas, you'll enjoy this one.
Yep.
I don't get a lot of hops on this. This is our only critique.
Yeah.
You're buying this because it's a hop tea. I get so many of the other flavors. I'm not really picking up any of the Azaka this time versus the last one. It almost like I could just smell the hop pellets like right in front of my face. I'm looking for the hops here. I don't know if I'm getting them.
I don't know, but I will say this one's fun, guys. That's all I would say.
So like as a beer lover, I don't think this is really going to draw you in based off of the hop profile. It's just a good tasty tea.
If you're a fan of adjuncts in your beer, I think you actually would really enjoy this. That's what I would say. This is the equivalent of those adjunct beers.
Yeah.
Where the list of adjuncts just wraps around the can, like it's like 5 lines long.
That's actually a really good way to describe it, because I think for a lot of tea lovers, a tea like this is kind of like, oh, well, you don't really like the taste of tea. You like the taste of all those other things. And that's kind of how beer drinkers are getting, oh, well, you must not like the actual taste of beer. You just like all the adjuncts. It's funny how those two worlds can kind of...
oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what the hobby is.
All in all, to me, I'm the guy where I say if it tastes good, I'm going to drink it. This tastes good.
Yeah, I like this.
I'm going to drink it. So, awesome. Well, guys, we have one more tea for you. So we're going to finish this one up, and we'll be right back.
A few moments later.
All right, guys. So up next, we have Fireside Hops. This boy has hibiscus flowers, organic orange peel, cascade hops, naturally, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, and star anise.
Star anise?
Star anise. Whoa.
Yeah, look at that, guys. Woo! It is red.
Yeah.
That is fun. Well, that's got to be from the hibiscus flowers. Yep. Orange peel, cascade.
Yeah, I smell a clove. Wow. And the star anise, yeah.
Man, so hot. Ooh.
Okay. There's the orange citrus. Wow, that just brightens up in your mouth.
Yeah, that picked up a lot more. Ooh.
Wow. Ooh. This probably because of the clove and the star anise, really reminds me of drinking like mulled wine in the winter, where you've got a big pot of wine, you heat it up, and you're just pouring in a bunch of different spices and maybe some orange juice, maybe some cranberry juice or something into it, and you just like stir it.
Oh, like a sangria kind of vibe?
Kind of, but it's hot instead of cold.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's really fun.
Yeah, there's a lot more citrus in the flavor itself. You're still getting that star anise. You're still getting the I didn't get a lot of cinnamon. It's cloves. Cloves I pick up on.
Oh yeah, definitely clove.
It actually, for me, I would say more than anything, it reminds me of Christmas time.
Oh, yeah.
When my mom would stick little cloves in an orange.
Oh, okay.
That was like a thing that she did, and it smelled
Yeah.
amazing. It made the house smell amazing. That was really, really good. I do get the hops too, and the flavor as well.
A little bit.
Yeah. More earthy than anything else, but you're definitely like, I don't know how to explain it. You know how sometimes when people drink beer and they say, man, this tastes hoppy, and you're like, you mean bitter? And they're like, no, it tastes like hops. That's the flavor I'm getting. Like, it's the leaves, it's the earthiness, it's hops, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's not the lupulin, it's not those flavor notes that you would normally pick out. Like if Galaxy Hops was in here, I don't think this would have notes of pineapple. You know, I don't think it would be extra dank.
Right.
I think it would still taste like just delicious hoppy earth notes. Like a flower, because it is a flower, right?
Yeah. This is fun. I think that's the most that I got out of this is it's a product that if you like beer, if you like hops, you're going to have fun drinking it. It's just like delightful. Tea is really easy to brew. I mean, you just literally scoop a teaspoon into some kind of strainer, heat up some hot water, let it soak for 5 minutes, and you're ready to go.
This is all we used right here.
Yeah. And you can, I mean, a teaspoon is usually the go-to for like a standard one serving, but I mean, you can do more if you want to taste it more, right? Like it's your
I went
decision.
overboard.
Yeah. Yeah. So he definitely oversteeped it a bit, or at least over served, I should say. But I mean, it's fun, it's delightful. You got plenty of the flavor, and you can always dilute it to your heart's content, or not dilute it. You can add in some sugar and milk to some of these. Like, there's so much. I don't know. I love tea. How much more do you want to hear me talk about the fact that I love tea?
So he says he loves tea, but our next tea up is something that I would never imagine would be in a tea. So that's coming up right now. Stay tuned.
A few moments later.
All right, guys. So our final tea that we have today is called Mountaintop Berry. I'm not going to go through all the ingredients. Basically, it's got a bunch of different berry flavors. The hops that they use in this is Cascade, one of Jacob's favorites. And it also has some essential oils, some star anise in there. But mostly it's all different types of berries, and then black tea as well.
Yeah, it'd be a yuan black tea from China.
Never mind. Yeah, let's whiff it. Oh, this one I'm getting more hops on.
Yeah, this is a lot more gentle. All the adjuncts don't like jump out at you. The berry is subtle. There's a hop subtleness, black tea subtleness.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be kind of like a berry bomb with just all the different berries. Like they have juniper berry, blackberry leaf, schisandra berries, blackcurrant, cranberry, juniper, essential oil, blueberry flavor, like berries on berries. The aroma actually is a blend of like black tea, some hop leaves, like some of that, typical Cascade aromas, and then just some berry, but not like berry punch or anything like that. Like it's just kind of chill, right?
Well, compared to the last one we had, for
Yeah.
sure. The more you focus on it, the more you can really start pulling out more of those aromas. It's good aromas though. Nothing but good things.
All good things. Cheers.
Ooh. Oh, that's nice. Definitely a lot more of a tea note in this one. The black tea comes through much more. It's less of a desserty tea. Still very flavorful. Definitely more for the tea lover, though.
Yeah, but as someone who's not a typical tea lover, I'm very much enjoying this.
Yeah, so the first one we opened with, I said, this is more for someone who likes hops and also happens to drink tea. this is the one for you. This is to get your friend that likes a lot of tea. Maybe they don't really love hops too much. This is a good way to sneak in that flavor. This to me is a little bit more of a tea first, and you get notes of hops that kind of complement and accent the black tea and the berries in there as well. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is all the flavors are mellow.
There's still a lot of flavor going on. I wouldn't say it's like bland by any means.
No, and it's definitely not bland. You're getting notes of different types of berry in there. You're definitely getting the hops. You're getting the black tea, and it's all there. Not one overpowers the other. And it's not like these three flavors meld together and just create like a wave of flavor in your mouth, but it's all there and you can taste it. To me, this would be if I was waking up early in the morning and it was like a cold winter morning, this would be a great tea to wake up to and just kind of like sit outside and enjoy your morning.
I would even say just a crisp fall day or a crisp spring day even. This doesn't, it doesn't have those telltale like cinnamon and clove like the other one where you always associate it with winter flavors. This is just like, oh, it's a little chilly. I'm just gonna have some tea and it's flavored. Boom, here it is.
And it's good.
Yeah. If you live somewhere where it's cool in the summer sometimes, like maybe during the night, this would actually be really great. All right, Jeff. So you are the one that doesn't like tea as regularly as I do. And after we had such a range of hop teas, what are you thinking?
I'm actually kind of sold on tea. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to this product from Hopleaf Tea, I would say the hops didn't come through as much on all of them as what I may have hoped, but I'm also a hop head. So I'm looking for the extreme, and you really have to ask yourself if it tastes more like hops than tea, then is it really tea? Based on what you told me, right?
Yeah.
It's not really tea anymore if it tastes more like hops than tea. So from that aspect, I think they did a great job. I was able to pick up on the hop flavors on a few of these. I would say that chocolate habanero is probably the most fun out of all of them. But one that I would probably drink again is this Mountaintop Berry.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
It's good. It's really good. It's easy drinking. It's got a lot of flavor, but it's not like just punching you in the jowls. This is good, chill tea. One thing I do want to try though, the owners of Hopleaf Tea actually gave me some directions on how to steep with hot water, but also how to do this tea with cold brew. So I think what I might try down the road is trying to make a cold brew out of this and see how it pans out, see if the flavors come out any different, that kind of deal. If it does, I will probably post on my Instagram page, so make sure that you're following Let's Have Some Beer on Instagram, and I will let you guys know how the cold brew thing turns out. But all in all, I would say Mountaintop Berry was my favorite. And yes, I would definitely order this again. I just need California to cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
This place is on fire, literally, for all those of you out there. This is probably going to air after all the fires are going on, but please be safe regardless. Please help out your fellow neighbor. Like, man, this world is just crazy right now, so thank God for good beer and good tea, right?
Yeah.
What about you, though, Jacob? What was your favorite tea that we had?
I did also really like the Mountain Berry. I did like that Azaka Black. I thought I could taste the hops, and I tasted the black tea pretty well, and I think... so how I order tea, I don't know if this is how everyone else does, but I have a couple of pretty standard, like just black tea, just green tea, and then I have a couple other like fun ones. So I would pick up one of these as one of my fun teas, my weird, wacky flavor kind of things. But the Azaka Black, I might pick up one of those for like kind of a standard tea. I can kind of see myself
Just
cold
reaching for
mornings,
that.
just drinking it while I'm doing something else, and you're just drinking that to warm me up in the morning. Yeah, it had enough of that black tea base that I'm like, Yeah, I mean, as someone
Yeah.
who's just a fan of hops and beer culture, it's like, why not? I love tea. It's
Best of both worlds.
Put it in the rotation.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. That is our review of Hopleaf Tea's tea products. They have a lot of different flavors online. If you are interested in trying any of their stuff, check the description below. We'll have all the information down there. I do have to give a big thank you to Hopleaf Tea to sending this to me. I'm probably not their normal consumer. I probably was the wrong person to send this to be honest, but that's why Jacob's on the channel, right?
Yeah.
Where I fall short, he picks up the slack and vice versa. So thank you, by the way, for being here and helping articulate everything.
Sharing. Anytime I can get more tea, the win.
Yeah, so there you have it, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot, gets us more exposure. Cool companies send us stuff like this so we can review them for you. We can show you all the cool beer-related stuff out there. So until next time, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you on Let's Have Some Beer. Cheers.
Welcome back to another episode of Let's Have Some Beer. Today we're feeling super nostalgic, so get out your 90s jeans. We're getting sour.
We are.